This is the Do Weekly Podcast. Me llamo Alejandro Pacalupita Vasquez, and this is...
Natalie MacLeese.
We done fucked it up.
Why?
Well, because this is it's a weekly challenge podcast for small business owners.
By small business owners.
All right. We are on episode 4.
No, we're not.
What are we on?
8.
8?
8.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Shoot.
I know.
Man, by the way, I'm going to get through this entire episode without cussing. Not even twice.
You already messed that up, buddy.
Yeah, okay.
This is why we have the E tag in iTunes.
At first I wasn't sure what that was. And, I clicked through to a few other podcasts, I guess, in our category. No one else had them. And then it was like, we do. And I thought it meant extra. But no, it just means explicit.
Yeah, because you're very sweary.
I cuss a lot, don't I?
You do. And I don't feel like beeping it out.
Thank you. You really get me. We've done a thing 8 times. You're having a good week?
I am having a good week.
Well, I'm glad that you asked. I'm having a good week, too.
I didn't ask, but...
Anyway, we had a challenge. We had a challenge last week, and...
We did.
What was it? Remind me, because I never remember these things.
Our challenge was to declutter an area of your business. And that could be something physical. So if you had a messy desk or a bookshelf or a garage or something like that needed to be cleaned out, clean that up. Or otherwise find something, more virtual and electronic that needed to be cleaned up.
Well, I did the challenge, did you?
I did the challenge.
That's so unfortunate because those cookies last time were so good.
Well, no cookies for you this week.
All right. Do you want to tell me first about what you did, or do you want me to go first? How are we going to do this?
Here, let's do rock, paper, scissors.
Rochambeau.
Oh, scissors cut paper.
Ooh, I got a paper cut. I guess that means you have to go first.
That means I have to go first. Hold on, I have to pull up my fancy spreadsheet.
Oh, pull up your fancy spreadsheet.
So the area of my business that I chose to clean up was my ongoing subscriptions. And I went back through 1 year's worth of statements from all my credit cards and PayPal. Guess how many subscriptions I have?
I'm going to guess 8.
It's a little more than that.
Now, these are paid subscriptions?
Paid subscriptions.
Holy shit. I'm going to go with 20.
More.
What? Are you fucking kidding me? Excuse me for cussing. That was totally appropriate. More than 20, Natalie?
More than 20.
Holy shit. 40?
33.
Yikes.
Yeah.
33 paid subscriptions.
Yeah.
How many did you cancel?
10.
10. Okay. That's a respectable number.
Yeah, so some of them are monthly and some are annual. And to be honest, some of the annual ones are quite affordable. I have an annual one in here that's like $15. Oh yeah, here's an annual that's $12. They're not all super expensive. I have a monthly that's $2.49. But these are all of them. And by finding 10 that I no longer needed, I will be able to save $146.41 a month for a total of $1,756.95 a year.
How much okay, and we had a bet on this too, right?
Yeah.
What was the bet, and did you lose?
You said that if I could save more than $250, you would buy me dinner anywhere I wanted.
Sounds like I lost.
By a lot.
A lot. Well,
you don't get cookies, but I get dinner.
You do. So, do you have any idea where you want to go to dinner?
I have to do some research to find the most expensive restaurant in Los Angeles.
This podcast episode was brought to you by American Express and the Platinum Awards card. Fear not. We have a limit to match your dinner taste. You pick it. You pick it. I'll take you to it.
All right.
And besides, you have a birthday dinner coming anyway.
Yeah, my birthday kind of sucked.
We're not going to go back in time and talk about how you got hospitalized. Okay? There's no sympathy party here for that.
Listen, I got hospitalized and I still made you cookies.
Those cookies were delicious. Everyone at the office agreed cookies were delicious. So thank you.
Yeah.
So wow, that's... Wait, what was the total figure annually that you'll be saving roughly?
$1,756.95.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's seriously awesome.
That's a lot of money.
That's a high five.
High five.
Yay. Yeah, that is a lot of money. You know, I think... I don't remember how much I ended up saving per month, but it was more than a few hundred or more than a couple hundred each month. I mean, it definitely adds up.
So I mean, that's over $2,400 a year.
Well, there's
saved, yeah.
well, I mean, there's one subscription that I know of that's like $99 a month that I stopped, and that by itself, you know, is going to be just a little over $1,000. So wow, that's really great.
Yeah, and it feels good to have that all cleaned up.
Yeah, and you also have visibility into where your monies are going, and you know, because I mean, then I don't know what you're like, but when it comes to my finances and stuff, I will go in there and I'll organize stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't do it as diligently as I probably could. I start seeing expenses, I'm like, I don't know what that is, and then I have to start looking, and then organizing stuff takes forever. So it really is kind of a weekly thing to do, but yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's like a monthly thing.
It's a good thing to do regularly. And then I canceled roughly a third of the subscriptions that I had, but also refreshed my memory about some of the ones that I had that I had kind of forgotten about and wasn't really getting the most I could out of them. Mm-hmm. So there were some that I maybe haven't been getting the most use out of, but that I will going forward because I refresh my memory that I have those.
Yeah, you know, I would love to be able to cancel my Adobe subscription. I really don't.
That's a tough one to let go of, though, when you're
it's a tough
in our
one
line of work.
Well, it is, but anyway, I'm not even going to get into it. But I don't know how to use any of their products. I literally know like nothing about any of those products. But we're not going to get into that. So I did this thing too. I did the challenge too. Now, I already went through and kind of did a cleanup of my subscriptions maybe like a month ago. But there was some stuff that I still needed to clean up. I needed to clean up my desk because it just kind of has piles of bills and things that I needed to go through or went through, and I just haven't gotten rid of them. So I wanted to clean up my desk, and so I started cleaning up my desk, and I was like, hey, you know, cleanliness is nice. I can see my computer now. But then I remembered that I had some office furniture that is just kind of sitting in my garage downstairs, and the garage itself was a mess. So I took the opportunity and the motivation that came from it to clean out the garage, and then I unearthed 2 computer desks and a computer chair. And I put them both up on Facebook's marketplace. Mm-hmm. I put one up for free, and then I charged for one of the desks and the chair. The one that went up for free, someone stopped by over the weekend and picked it up.
Awesome. Which
was awesome. The other 2, not one person wanted to pay a penny for either one of them. Nice. And so I kept dropping the price, drop the price. And no one wanted to pay even $5 for these things.
Wow, so, that's crazy.
And I'm just impatient. I just put it to free. And on the way over here, I got a message from a lady who wants to pick up the desk and the chair tomorrow.
Nice.
So hopefully I'll have those things gone. And now in the garage, it's not like a huge garage. You've seen it. Mm-hmm. But there's enough space to... I have some weights there, some things. Like I can make use of the space now. And it's good to just have that stuff out of there. And I think that there's other stuff that I could probably do this with too. Making it a regular habit to clear out the things that I don't need. And it's not like I think you kind of remember the minimalism craze of like a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, Marie Kondo.
Yes, yes. Everyone's trying to get rid of everything, but I do think it's a good idea to purge.
Yeah, things pile up.
Yeah, things pile up in the physical world and obviously in the digital world too.
Yes.
There's and I mean this can go so deep, right? Whether it's social media accounts you don't really need or maintain, whether it's personal or business, right? I think there's something really nice about just cutting things off that you just no longer serve you and just lightening your load a little bit.
Yeah, keep things simple. I mean, as a small business owner, you've already got so many things on your plate and so many things to keep track of. So letting go of some of those is always helpful.
Yeah. Overall, I would grade this challenge a 472.
472 out of what?
Out of negative 3,492 tomatoes.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Sure thing. You call it a bikini, I call it too far.
All right then. Moving on.
Moving on.
The weirdest segue ever.
Awesome. Let's see. Oh yeah. So we have a challenge this week.
Of course we do. That's the whole point of the book.
Man, that kind of snuck up on me.
Yeah. Are you ready to do another one?
Yeah, but what is it?
Our challenge this week is to find and attend.
Oh, I was going to do like the dramatic drum thing. Sorry. But I'm not going to do it now.
All right, that's good. Challenge this week is to find and attend a local business networking event.
Boo.
Oh, don't say that.
I hate networking.
Everyone hates networking.
No, that's the thing. There are so many people who don't hate networking. And
really? I don't think I've ever met a single person who enjoyed it.
You know what? The next time I go to a networking event, which sounds like really freaking soon, I am going to have to say, hey, do you like networking? And they're going to say,
no.
Yeah. They're probably going to say yes. They're going to say yes. And I'm going to say, why though?
I think if they say yes, they like it. They're just being polite.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I have an aversion to networking. Don't get me wrong. I love talking to people I don't know.
Yeah, you're very extroverted.
However, when it comes to an event where I'm supposed to network with people, like that's the purpose of it, I get all clammed up. Can't do it.
So you're just cantankerous, basically.
Well, duh.
What if I said, Alex, your challenge is to go to a networking event and not talk to anyone?
Wait, what?
Well, because then would that make you want to talk to people?
Well, I mean, it would make me want to act in a way where I don't talk to anyone, but I would try to do something to get people to talk to me. I don't know, like
wear a crazy outfit?
Wearing a crazy hat with a badge.
Dyeing your mustache blue?
Can you imagine?
That would look pretty silly.
That would look pretty boss. I'm not going to lie. Having a blue mustache, just walking in the room, owning it. I already have a mustache. It's already a handlebar thing, but then it's blue. Oh man, what kind of an attention whore would I be?
Everyone would be looking at you.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. I do like being the center of attention. Okay. So why is this why are we doing this challenge? Like, why are we thinking that this is a good thing to do?
Well, I think it's always good to build up contacts and meet other small business owners. You have potentially a client, depending on what kind of business that you're in.
Sure.
Also, depending on what kind of event it is exactly, you could learn stuff, because a lot of times there's speakers or workshops or things like that going on.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, what else? What other reasons are there to do it?
Well, I think that those are pretty solid reasons right there. And since I started working at the co-working space cross campus, that's introduced me to other people and opportunities that I otherwise wouldn't have. Now that's not those aren't really networking events or anything, but you're just exposing yourself to other people who may know someone who might need whatever it is that you do. And, like that's always a positive, I think. the networking side of it, I have my challenges with it, but I think I know enough to do some damage.
There's also always the potential for joint ventures.
Sure. I know that we're in an area that I think lends itself pretty well to just a multitude of different networking events.
Yeah. Every day, there's probably at least a dozen to choose from.
Do we have any parameters that we're putting on this for ourselves? Can we go to a networking event that we've gone to before, or does it have to be a completely new one?
I think it can be one you've gone to before. What do you think?
Hell, I always like being a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So my initial thought is to do a thing that is a pain in the ass, which is to say, to go to an event, a new event, because I have a networking thing that I was invited to, and that's this Thursday.
Is it one that you've been to before?
I went to it last year.
Oh, a year is a long time, though.
Yeah, it's an Innovate Pasadena collaborator luncheon. And there's a bunch of people there who I won't know. There's going to be some people who I do know. And, I have the benefit of being the WordPress guy, the undisputed WordPress guy of Pasadena, which I don't know how I feel about that.
Because you run the WordPress meetup?
Yeah, that should be another challenge too, like starting a meetup around your product or service. But anyway, I could do that. That would be the easy way out, I feel like.
We do have, if we have listeners who are not in major metropolitan areas like we are, they could have more of a challenge maybe, especially if we try to make them find something they haven't been to before.
Well, and that is true, because if you're not in a major metropolitan area, then finding groups might be difficult. But as I just alluded to, maybe creating a group, scratching your own itch by creating a networking group might be the only other option. I mean, there's obviously other types of groups in your community. There might be church groups or other types of groups. I'm also thinking of referral networks like BNI, and other such types of groups.
Mm-hmm. So I know, I grew up in a really small town with a population of about 6,000. And I don't know that you would have a lot of choices other than the local Chamber of Commerce meeting, which I know we did have a Chamber of Commerce, and a lot of our local business owners belong to it.
Ah.
Necessarily, would they be necessarily having a meeting in the next week? Not necessarily. Sure. Potentially now, somebody might be running some kind of group on Facebook or Meetup for business owners that could maybe get involved with.
Yeah,
community.
That's a great idea. So Meetup, Facebook groups, or something like that, right? Or Facebook events that are centered around a networking event of some sort. So I think ultimately, my gut says, I'm very reticent to attend networking events. I do recognize their value, though. I do. Yeah. I really do.
I always feel, before a networking event, I always feel like, I don't want to go, especially because I'm very introverted. I'm an extreme introvert.
You've gotten so much better over the years, though.
I've gotten better, but I could very happily just live in my house and never leave.
Natalie, whenever you're out in public and you introduce yourself, I always feel like you could give yourself a more powerful introduction.
Well, that's why we did the elevator pitches.
Well, I understand that, and I hope that you use that. I'm just saying that sometimes you could have a hype person there, just like a hype man.
Yeah.
Like saying, hey, yo, let me tell you about this lady here. She's written 2 books. She's a championship prize-fighting code seamstress person with cats.
Wow. Yeah. I would probably get a lot of attention if someone was walking around saying that like that.
Okay. You know what? I can tell that we disagree. So, I think, okay. So, let me ask you. What kind of networking event would you attend for yourself? What are you looking at in the next week here that you think that you could attend?
Well, I haven't actually taken a look yet, but I know some of the things I've attended in the past there were a couple of groups here in Pasadena that would have some kind of presentation for about half of the meeting. And then they would just have chit chat and networking for the other half of the meeting.
Sure.
And those are really nice to go to because then you always have something to talk to someone about. Because you can always say, what did you think of the speaker tonight?
I didn't like him.
Oh, I thought this point was really interesting or whatever. It gives you something to kind of connect with people on because you all saw the same presentation. So I like those instead of the ones that are just show up and talk to people. I find those a lot more stressful and harder to deal with as an introvert. When there's not some kind of structure to the meeting.
Right. Well, so for me, there's a couple things that I'll go to each week, but I'm not going to count them. But, well, maybe I will count them, but I can try to do better with my networking. Because I do tend to gravitate toward people I already know. Or if I'm talking to people who I don't know, I just kind of clam up and I get really awkward, which it's already kind of an awkward situation. But also having the elevator pitch helps too. Having something that I can quickly say to somebody. But I also run into the people who like to talk a lot.
Yes, and then you can't get away from them.
I'm working on it. I've been working on it mentally. And I just keep thinking to myself, well, what if you said, please shut up. I have to move on.
No, you can't say that.
You see, this is why you're my sounding board, because I can tell you these things and I get instant feedback on whether or not to do something. Please never change, please never go anywhere, because I need this feedback.
Okay, yeah. You can't say please shut up.
But I said please. So there's this networking thing on Thursday that I'm going to. Then there's this Friday morning coffee meetup in Old Town Pasadena, and I've told you about it. And have you ever gone to it?
I haven't. Maybe this is my week.
Maybe this is your week. You do have to get up in the morning. You have to get there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
But go network, and they do have a talk. They have speakers there each week, and
that's good.
And the thing is too, on occasion there's people there who they'll announce different groups that they're a part of, that they're trying to promote and things. So you never know. You might meet up with other people who you can collaborate with or have other groups that you can join.
I'm looking for a group of small business owners who like cats and knitting.
Sounds like a pretty badass group.
I think so. And cocktails.
I am looking for a business group that likes to do illicit drugs in the mountains while watching fights on HBO and who punches each other in the stomachs.
I don't think that exists.
Sadly, it does.
Oh no!
I'm already part of it. Oh!
I think you're lying.
We'll see about that.
I guess we'll see next week
when
we report back on our challenges.
So, Natalie, is there anything else we need to talk about before we sign off on this particular episode?
No, I don't think so. I think we can safely send people out, even if you're introverted. Did I finish my thought earlier where I was saying before an event?
No, you didn't.
I'm very
introverted. You pulled an Alex.
And I'm always dreading it. Oh, I don't want to go. I'd rather just stay home. But then afterward, I'm always glad I went. I don't know that I've ever had a case where I was like, oh no, I shouldn't have gone to that. Something good always comes out of it. Oh, and don't forget to take business cards with you.
Don't forget to take business cards with you.
And have your elevator pitch ready.
And practice your elevator pitch. That was episode
3.
Episode 3. So go back to episode 3, re-listen to it, or just go back to the elevator pitch that you put together from it. Have it ready. Have it ready along with your business cards. Go forth and conquer. Go forth and conquer, my babies.
My babies.
I don't know. That's what we're calling all of our listeners.
Our listeners are your babies now?
Not just mine, ours.
Okay.
How do people listen to this thing and subscribe to it?
We have a new segment.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Holy crap.
This is really exciting because this is the first episode that we've been able to do this.
Wait, are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
What's the new segment, and how come you didn't tell me about it?
I did. You just forgot.
Shit. All right, let's hear it. No, I honestly, I want to hear this because I want to be surprised like everyone else.
After you hear it, you're going to be like, oh yeah, we just talked about that right before we started recording.
Oh, whatever, Natalie, just read it.
It is listener mail.
Oh, we did talk about this.
I see, I told you.
Okay. Natalie strikes again. So, okay, well, we have listener mail.
We do. We have people who have written into us with their results of their challenges.
Oh, well, cool. Let's hear it.
So first, we have Jay, who wrote in after listening to episode 4. It was, right, for your email list?
I think so. Yeah.
Jay listened to episode 4 and sent out his very first email newsletter to his newsletter list of 102 people.
Hey! Dang, Jay is a winner.
Jay is a winner. That's
Jay is
awesome.
a winner, and Jay, good job if you're listening to this. We like you.
We're so proud.
We're so proud, and you know what? One day, who knows? Maybe you can be a guest on our show.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
And then we also heard from Joe. So apparently 3-letter J names are the only people who
Jay and Joe. Tell us about Dear Sweet Joe. What did Joe do?
Well, Joe is listening to all of our episodes so that he can get caught up on all of the challenges and is working on the first one, which is updating his About page.
Did he say his About page was
He said it was, hold on, he had very specific words about what he called it. Pretty sorely out of date.
Joe, I feel you, buddy.
Yeah, so were ours. Well, mine was way worse than yours.
Well, I mean, it's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
And it only matters that it's getting updated now.
That is absolutely the truth. Well, good. I mean, now I feel better that there's some people who are listening that we're not having to pay.
Oh, I might have paid them.
Oh, well.
I'm only kidding.
Okay, well, I definitely paid one of them.
Oh, no.
And I gave him a cookie, I think.
Oh, really?
I think.
Jay?
It might have been Jay.
He got paid in cookies.
He got paid in cookie. Well, that's pretty cool. I actually feel really good that people are sharing stuff that they're doing.
Yeah, more people should do it.
I think so. And we would love to hear from you. And, you know, you can leave a comment on our website or you can email us at...
Talk to us at doweeklypodcast.com.
Is it talk to us at?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
All together, all one word.
You never tell me anything. And
or you can hit us up on Twitter or Instagram.
That's right. You can subscribe to our newsletter that we didn't send out this week.
Oh no! Are we failing on our own challenges on our own podcast?
We definitely dropped the ball on that one. We're gonna fix the hell out of that.
Well, to be fair, we went from 0 subscribers to a bunch of subscribers, and I don't think we were quite expecting it.
No, we definitely doubled our listenership by 2.
Yeah, I don't think you can say double because double 0 is still 0.
I really hate being wrong. So
we increased our listenership 1,000,000%.
Yay! We are awesome. Okay, so if you want to subscribe to the Do Weekly podcast, you can go to Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Casts.
Yeah, Blueberry or TuneIn Radio.
TuneIn Radio.
Hopefully Spotify soon. They're taking forever to approve us.
And if you have a TuneIn Radio account and you have like the Google Home Assistant, you can say, "Hey Google, play the Do Weekly podcast," and it will play it. In addition to subscribing, please leave us reviews. Let us know what you think. Tell us how you're doing with the challenges. Let us know what maybe you'd like to see as a challenge that we haven't done, or if there's anything we can do better. I mean, you got the info. You got to let us know because We're here to create something that you all like.
Yeah, or if you want to be a guest on the show, you could pitch a challenge that you want to give to our listeners.
Oh, dang, straight up. Yeah, pitch us a challenge. We dare you.
We dare you to pitch
Double
a challenge.
dog dare you. All right, well, for the Do Weekly podcast, my name is Turd Ferguson.
Oh, my.
And I'm signing off.
That's not your name.
My name is Alex Vasquez, and I'm still signing off.
All right, I'm Natalie Mackley. See you next week.
Boop. Natalie, I can't reach the button. That's why you're the one that has to push it. That's how this thing's... Why are we arguing?
We're always arguing.
Is this thing on?
Yes.
Oh.